Welcome to paradise. Well, I just edited my Brownlee trip, day one, and the mic wasn't working there either, so it's disappointing, but unfortunately the video is just going to be mostly GoPro stuff, which is fish catches, which is not really what this series was supposed to be about. So all of the strategy talk and all of that stuff is pretty much wasted. I'm going to use the external mic that goes on the top of the camera. It's more reliable. That other one, for whatever reason, I bought it on eBay, and who knows. But I think from now on I'll use the external one on top of the camera, and then if the wind's blowing hard, because you won't be able to really hear on this one, I'll use the other one and just hope it works. But anyway, so I'm making this video to put in the beginning of the Brownlee day one, just to let you know it's not going to be nearly what it was supposed to be. You know, I mean, that's why I'm doing this, I told you in the beginning, in the first video, it's not for you to watch a guy catch fish. You know, it was more for you to come with me and talk about, you know, what would you do, like what would your strategy be, and this and that, and all of that footage is just wasted. So anyway, I'm sorry, and I hope you at least enjoy it a little bit. As you can tell, the water is mostly just this wide, deep stuff, but they got these little deals here. I'm assuming they spawn in there. This one. This is where you can see my line. This is where I launched. They're small little bays. That's my goal right now. I'm going to be fishing in these. But I'm going to start in the big one, and I'm going to see if they're up. I'm not going to turn the camera on until I kind of figure something out. This camera on. Okay, so what I've determined so far, I don't know if you can see this, but I was fishing these little cuts here. It's starting to look like door shack. There's fish in all of them, but they're under 12 inches. And so I decided to just run. I'm back. That's the back here. I'm here. You know, when I was on door shack, I never went all the way back. I'm going to start back here. And if there's no quality back here, I'm going to abandon this whole thing, because it's getting eerily like door shack, and I don't want to go through that catching little ones all day. So I'll just completely abandon that whole idea. I'll try a couple more of these cuts, and if all I get is little ones, I'm going to start looking on the main body for something. I want to show you what's in here, and I mean they're in here by the thousands. See that right there? By the thousands, not the hundreds, the thousands. I just wanted to show you. Every cast, they're jumping around here. This is not a good sign. I'm going to tell you something else. At the launch ramp, there's a sign that shows a largemouth and a smallmouth, and the sign says, I don't remember exactly, so I'm paraphrasing. You can make this a better fishery by releasing the big ones that you catch. I got a bad feeling that this place is loaded with 10-inch smallmouth bass. I mean, it's early, but I know one thing. Inside in this first, let's call it a creek, it's ridiculous. Every cast, and you miss a lot of them because they're so small. I pulled out the countdown minnow, and you know, you feel them grab at it, and half the time they miss. But I'll give this a little more time, and then I'm going to go look for, I think I'm going to look for like humps out there in the main lake. I saw another sign that said, due to water fluctuation, watch out for hazardous, something about rocks, exposed rocks. So I'm going to kind of look for that maybe, see if I can find that. But let me give this a little more time. I think I got my first keeper. Let's see. Yeah, well, yeah, he's a keeper, I think. Yeah, he's a keeper. Give me your mouth. Well, maybe not. Let me tell you something. That's a giant compared to what I've been getting. So this is starting to be like Dwarshak. So I'm not going to do this very long. But oh, I got to see if he's 12 inches. I mean, I'm gonna weigh him if he's 12 inches. Yeah, he's 12 inches. I've been catching little ones, real little ones. So this is the first. This is the first keeper. One, God, I can't see. 1-4. 1-4. I catch a lot of 1-somethings. I'm the king of sub-2 bass. 1 pound, 4 ounce. Scope. I think I got my second keeper. Yeah. I think. Yeah, he's a keeper. Little guy, but, you know, at this point, actually, he's not bad. He's not bad. Hey, come here. He's not bad. I think I better turn that other camera on because I'm in a cove, shallow cove. Yeah, he's not bad. What is that? I'm in a shallow cove, perfect for spawning. So, you know, I might get a few in here. So I'm going to turn the big camera on. I just don't like to set it all up and not have any fish. So, all right. Should put my glasses on. Does that say 115, almost 2 pounds. Wow, you're huge, pal. 115. All right, there you go, buddy. Another one. Get in the boat. He's not very big, but man, I tell you, they fight like... Look at this guy. I don't even know if he's a keeper. Look at that. Man, you are mean. You guys are so mean. That's like a 3-pound largemouth fight right there. I'm not kidding you. I don't think he's a keeper, but I'm going to put him on the board anyway. Let's see, buddy. Where's the 12? Jeez, he's a keeper. Barely, but he is. So he's going to be what? 1 pound, 3 ounces? One pound, 2 ounces. I was close. Oh, man. Man, I can't believe, I swear, I can't believe how they fight. When I set the hook, that rod just bent. 1 pound, 2 ounces. Here's one. Not a keeper. Where is he? Maybe. I'm going to put you on the board, though, pal. As soon as I get my cord undone here. All right. I don't think so. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that. Oh, boy. You know what? That's a keeper. That fish touches the 12-inch mark. That's hard to believe. That's 1 pound and 1 ounce. A pound and 1 ounce. I'm getting good at this. 1 pound, 1 ounce. I figure we catch a small limit in here, and then try to figure out where to get the bigger ones. But you know, I mean, if I was fishing a tournament and I didn't get to pre-fish and I never been here before, I'd be happy, you know, getting a limit in the boat. Takes the pressure off. You know, you feel like, okay, at least I'm going to weigh in 5. It ain't much of a limit, but you know, then I can kind of go looking. I'm going to run. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be here 2 days, I'm going to run way down on that end and just kind of work my way back. I kind of like, if in the 2 days, I like to cover this whole place if I can. That way, unlike Dvorak, I mean, I can at least, when I leave here, I can say, well, I just didn't find them. I wasn't in the, it's not that I was not in the right place. I just wasn't fishing right. So, we'll see. GoPro, start recording. There's one. There's one. Is he any good? Can't tell. Oh, he's pulling. Yep. He might be a keeper. That'll be the limit. That'll be our limit. Come here, buddy. I think, yeah, he's a keeper. Well, we got a small limit in 2 hours. So now I gotta make a decision. What do we do? I think we try to duplicate this in an area that's just got bigger fish in it. Caught a lot of fish in here. I've actually lost 2 other keepers, 1 pound, 7 ounces. Had, 4 or 5 short fish. So, there's a lot of them. I'm sitting right on the bank, casting. I'm dragging this Senko in the 2 foot, then the 4 foot zone. I just discovered, because I've been going through Senkos like crazy these last few days, I bit the end off where it was messed up, and I'm still catching them. So I got all those at the bottom of my boat. I'm probably going to reuse them. They don't care, they're on a bed. It's psychological for me, Senko, because the appeal of the Senko is the way it falls. Well, it's a foot or 2. It's not really falling. I mean, it's falling, but I just think anything will work. This is just my confidence bait, and it's an idiot proof. So it works for me, because really, to fish a Senko, they have a commercial that says, you don't work it, it works for you. That is so true. I don't do anything. I cast it out. I watch my water. As that thing sinks, I watch the line. If the line jumps, I have a fish. I'm ready to go. I could keep fishing it. I think I could catch more in here, and I'll keep that in mind. I may come back, but I want to look around. I want to look for spots and see what else is out here. Okay, so I got one. Oh, I ran. This area in here is exactly like where I was catching them before. I'm sitting in 15 feet, and so I was gonna run all the way down, but I changed my mind for the moment. I pulled in here just to see if I could duplicate the pattern. I just had a bite on my second cast. Oh, here he is. I got him. It's a little guy, I think. Let's see. Yeah, he's not a keeper. But anyway, so maybe he is. Even if he is a keeper, he's not really going to cull any. You know what? Let's put him on the scale. I got one on there, 1 pound, 1 ounce. I mean, that should be pretty easy to beat. No, he's a little short. Anyway, so, you know, first couple casts I'm getting fish, so they're in here too. Now I just got to find one that has bigger fish in it, and I'm gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do my best. If you know, if I don't get them, I don't get them. But I'm gonna see if I can find some bigger fish before the end of the day, and then whack them tomorrow. This cove is full of bass. Just full of them. That was I just got done setting up the big camera, and oh yeah, I think he's more than 1 pound and 1 ounce, so that'll help. Come here, buddy. I think. Yeah, come here. Are you more than? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Oh. I can tell you one thing, unless I just got lucky on 2 casts, this cove is full of bass, and that means they're all going to be full of bass. Now I just got to find the bigger ones. 1 pound, 5 ounces. Woohoo! We culled up. So I just caught one before I put my camera on. It was 1.7, but they only count when the camera's on. So he would have culled a couple ounces, but he doesn't count. I ran down quite a ways. What I noticed right away is it's steeper. I don't like that. I did catch one right there, but this thing is mostly just too steep for spawning. I'm going to try right in here, this little cut, and if I don't get a bite in here, I'm going to leave. On my way, I'm just gonna start running back. Oh, there he is. Oh, GoPro. Oh, you're already. Oh, I lost him. You see him jump for that thing? Oh my God. See, I could have this camera on and show live action like that, but the battery does. You know, it dies so fast. When you record with this camera, the battery just goes down quick. And whoever designed it so you can't replace the battery. It's not replaceable, so I can't keep a spare. And anyway, that's why I only turn it on when something's happening. But right there I was talking. I don't know if you saw that. He came right out after it, had him. So now there's one in there. I had one over here. I'm not even going to fish that. That just doesn't look... Oh, there's one. Oh, I missed him too. Well, they're in here. I'll turn it back on if I catch one, but I'm gonna stick around right in here. Well, let me try one more here. since the camera's rolling. There he is. Got him. Little guy. I got a cull 1.5. He's not bad. You know what? He's going to cull. You're going to cull, pal. That's a decent fish. Come on, John. Gee. I think he's going to cull. One nine. Heck yeah. 1.9. You're a giant. There's one. Oh, he's a fighter. Come here, buddy. Come here. Jeez Louise. Come here. Oh, he's fat. Whew. You got some weight to you, pal. This one's fat. I did it again with the hook. I'm going to show you something. You see how the hook point's coming through? So I sacrifice a hook like this. Hang on, buddy. Then I grab the point and I try. That does a lot less damage to the fish than trying to yank it out of his jaw. And I don't mind sacrificing a hook. Let's see, we gotta beat 1.6. Gotta beat 1.6. And it's not turning on. Uh-oh. I got a problem with my scale. Oh, I'll bet the batteries died. Geez, I hope I brought my backup. I did. You still work, pal? Gotta turn you on first. Oh, come on. No, this one don't work either. You believe that? Well, I know he would have culled, but can't weigh you. Okay, so on my way to the next cove, I found this rock pile. There's a buoy that says rock. I dropped down with my drop shot, caught a 1 3/4, my first drop. Didn't have the cameras on, so he doesn't count, but I'm going to see if I can, maybe there's more down there. And this might be a pattern for bigger fish, is finding rock piles. I can't, oh, there he is. Oh, it's another one. Yep, he's decent. I hope the camera's rolling. I forgot if, yeah, that's a decent one. I think that one will, I think he'll, oh, come here. I used light line when I drop shot. I don't want to horse him in. Come here. I got you. Yeah, we might be able to cull a few here. That's 2 on 2 drops. So let's see how much this guy weighs. I'm not going to turn the big camera on. Let's just use the GoPro. $1.8. 1 pound, 8 ounces. So that'll cull the 6. Thanks, buddy. Now I'm going to tell you something. I watched a show with Mark Zona where he mentioned when you have a school of smallies, when you put them back, they give up some sort of a warning scent for the other ones. And I believe that's true. You know, I should have threw him in the live well. I just don't like putting him in the live well. But, you know, he goes down, he gives off this warning. They all stop biting. I believe that that's true. That's just my opinion. What would I say, 112? No, 1.8. 1.8. So he calls the 1.6. Now we got a 1.7 we got to get rid of. Okay, I'll keep the camera rolling because that's 2 fish on 2 drops. So might as well go live. I don't know how long the battery's going to last, but I got to run around and look for these rock markers, because that could be the ticket today, you know, to maybe slightly bigger. Those were both slightly bigger fish. Not a lot bigger, but, you know. Oh, there's one. That is not a slightly bigger fish. Come here, buddy. Come here. I got lures bigger than you. Come on. I'll tell you, these drop shot hooks are amazing how they stick. Look at the size of that hook that I use. It gets them, boy. It gets them. That's 3 on this rock pile. Or 2.5. I don't know if he counts as 1, but... All right, I'm going to keep it rolling. Thing is, I'm in, 6 feet of water. I can't believe they don't know I'm here. I mean, the water's not clear, but I should turn my sonar off. Let's see how many we can pull off of here. Be nice if I knew where they were. I could catch. I could just run the lake and fish the rock piles. There's one. Nope. He ran under the boat. There we go. Come on. Oh, he's fighting. I don't know how big he is. I haven't seen him. Oh, there he is. It's a decent one. Oh. Did I tell you I'm clumsy? When I used to be an athlete, I got old and all of a sudden I can barely... Boy, he fights like a 5-pounder. Come here. He might help. Come here, buddy. He's fat. He's a fat one. What did I say? 1.7. I don't think he's 1.7. Man, you guys fight. That's, come on, John. Jeez. That's 4 on this rock pile in a very short period of time. £1 pound, 8 ounces. 1 pound, 7 ounces. 8. It's fluctuating. I'm taking the 8. GoPro, stop recording. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my 2 favorite types of fishing are sight fishing and topwater fishing. Now, these may not be bass, but there's a lot of surface activity going on. Here's the rock, the sign, and I'm only, look how far I am from the bank. It's 13 feet here. We're going to find out if these are bass, because I'm going to throw my popper, and I'll tell you what, man, if I'm catching topwater today, I'm going to be one happy dude, because I love topwater fishing. We'll know quick. Smallmouth don't mess around. When they're feeding on a school and you throw a topwater around them, at least one of them will let you know that the school is there. And if you don't get bit like this, you reel in real slow and you look right below your lure for followers. See, now I don't see anything. That's a bad sign, because but I'm not giving up. I saw one come out of the water, and I tell you, he looked like a smallie and he looked like a big one. 4 pounds. And he wasn't, you know how like carp will jump? He looked like he was chasing something. Let's just throw this around the rock pile and see if we get a bite. If not, I'll go back to the drop shot. And then what I've established is I got 2 patterns going. I can run into these coves and catch, pound to pound and a half fish. With this rock pile discovery, I'm assuming these are post spawners. It's 8 feet deep on the shallowest part of that rock pile. So I'm assuming they're post spawn, which means there should be a lot of post spawners at the points coming out of these creeks. And I may be drop shot. A lot of guys, when they're fishing for smallies, the go-to baits are tubes and grubs. I'm not a tube and grub guy. And they may work great, but I'm a drop shot guy. It's just what I do. Once I learned from Aaron and, and then Don Iovino told me about the sonar thing, and I just have confidence in it. I've been doing it from day one. I didn't start power fishing, what they call, power fishing with spinner baits and big top waters. Man, I didn't do that for probably a couple of years. I never used more than 10-pound test. I remember I went to a tournament on Havasu, and my partner for day 2 was a local guy, and he was a flipper. And he asked me, you got any 20-pound test? I said, no. Oh, he said, you can use mine. You got a flipping stick? I said, no. I'll let you use one. Have you ever flipped toolies? I said, no. Well, he said, that's what we're doing tomorrow. And I got so excited. And then we had like 4-foot waves at takeoff, and they canceled the tournament. Wish I could remember that guy's name. I think he lived in either Havasu or just right outside of Havasu. So it was his home lake. I was looking forward to that. Anyway, that top water didn't create anything, so we're going back to drop shotting, and I'll turn you back on if I catch one. Okay, I got another one by the... Oh, this guy's pulling. By the marker there. Yeah, he's... Yeah, he's got a cull, right? Yeah, he culls. He definitely culls. Come here, you pain in the ass. Well, maybe not. When I get them in the boat, they don't look nearly as big. 1/8. Gotta beat 1/8. Are you more than 1.5 pounds, pal? $1.10. Woohoo! 11. 111. I'll take them. Let's see, 111. That's a giant. Man, that's unbelievable. GoPro, start recording. I just caught one with a tag in him. So I'm going to cut the tag off and take it with me and see. I can't see it. There's something written on there. But I won't be able to see that unless I have a magnifying glass. I'll just throw it in there for now. I'll probably forget about it. But, okay, keep going. I'm catching 1 million of those. But I got to get up over 1.5 pounds. Otherwise, they're not really helping me. Well, I got them to the boat before I could turn my camera on, but I think this is going to cull. Look at his color. Look at that. Wow, I haven't caught one that looks like that. Man, that's awesome. Look at that. Where'd I get you? I got you in the damn cheek. He's not going to cull, but he looked bigger than that. Well, let's weigh him anyway. Oh, I gave up on the drop shot thing. It wasn't working. I caught one, but he was the same size as the rest, so really didn't make any difference. $1.5. Not gonna do it, pal. He looked bigger when I was bringing him in, but see this right here? I caught these all day long, one after another. I mean, it's a beautiful fish, and it's fun to catch. They fight like, I mean, I swear to God, that fish fights like a 3-pound largemouth easy. But when you put them on the scale, it's amazing. I mean, I caught 30 easily. I bet I caught 30 of these today easily. But 1 pound, 6 ounces, like every one of them. 1.5, 1.6 to 1.8. And I've got, my big ones are almost 2 pounds, 1.15, 1.11, 2 1.9s and a 1.8. But from like 1.5 to 1.8, oh my God, I've caught so many of them. And it's fun. But you know, if this was a real tournament, I wouldn't be doing too good. Well, there's another one of those I showed you. But this guy, he's fat. Let's weigh him. Come here, buddy. You're probably saying, what are you wasting your time for? He's not over 1.5 pounds. And you're probably right, but it's getting late. And I'm gonna weigh him anyway. $1.6. I bet he's 1.6. They're all 1.6. Look at that. Oh no, wait. 1.9. 1.9. I gained an ounce. Wow. Look at that boy. 1 pound, 9 ounces. That's a so 1.9 gets rid of 1.8. I got 3 1.9s.